Right, so this is one of the more very recent, either January 2021 or January 2020. I can't remember exactly the year. Geometry and trigonometry questions that we have here, right? So the diagram below not drawn to scale, meaning I can't, that what it's telling not drawn to scale. I can't just take my compass and measure, my protractor and measure the angles. It's a pentagon, meaning it have 5 sides. YZ is parallel. So just telling everything that you see in the diagram. YZ is parallel to WX. So you know you have rules with those parallel lines. XW, XW. YX is parallel to VW, and they give me two angles inside the diagram. And I want angle WXY. So you trace it out. W to X to Y is this angle here. Now the easy thing to notice is one of your rules. You have 3 rules with the parallel lines. I don't know if you remember the 3 rules with the parallel lines. We have corresponding angles, top and bottom. The angles that form the Z, which is the alternate angles. I don't have that there. And then we have interior angles. And interior angles are formed on the inside of parallel lines. And they don't equal, they add up to 180. So once you form on the inside of parallel lines, you add up to 180. So both of these on the inside of these pair of parallel lines, so both of these have to add up to 180, meaning if he put up 114, he have to put up the rest, so he's going to be 180, take away 114. So this angle here is 66. And let me fill in the rest one time. So same thing, it's 2 sets of parallel lines. We have a next set of parallel lines here. These going to be on the inside, so that means he's going to be 180, take away 66. He's going to be 114 as well, because they're on the inside of the parallel lines on this side as well. And now for angle ZVW, which just so happens the last angle they want, ZVW, you trace it out, Z to V to W, whatever forms in the middle. That's the angle that I want. How much a pentagon is add up to again? If you remember, we're going to go through all of this. So that's why you need to go through the work yourself. I can't keep telling you, hey, this is the rule, this is the rule. You have to do review. Maths, unlike some of the other subjects, you have to keep practicing it. Because if you're not practicing it, you're going to forget. So I hope you, like I said, set aside a little bit of time every week to just go through a topic or some questions. And that was the purpose of the review, to get you back into that habit, because I realized a lot of people weren't doing any maths work at all. And that means you're basically giving up on the subject, because you have to keep doing it. You can't wait until a few days before the exam to cram. It will be very difficult. Keep it a little fresh, so next time you see it, it'll be a little fresher. So a pentagon, 5 sides, adds up to 540. So that's how much the pentagon total. So he put up 114, he put up 166, he put up 114, he put up 98. So far, when I add up all of these using my calculator, all of those 4 angles put up 392, meaning he have to put up the balance to make 540. So he's going to be 540 minus 392. I'd have to show off that I could do this. I have my calculator. When I stick it to my calculator, he's going to be 148 degrees. And that's it. You get your marks for this question. There's probably 2 or 3 marks. Again, the bottom piece didn't print out. So that was practice with geometry. Let me see some practice with something else here. Well, this one is more geometry except for the last part there. So in this one, get to fit again. Right, diagram not drawn to scale, shows triangle MNP, in which angle MPN, you can see those both angles equal. So since 2 angles equal, what type of triangle this is? And again, I could put in the lines to show you that those 2 angles equal. The name of this triangle, where 2 sides equal, as I saw. So there's easy 1 mark there to get. They want the value of angle P and M. So that's this angle up here. Again, a triangle is supposed to add up to how much? 180. All those are basic things you're supposed to know by now. So both of them putting up 52 at 52, 104. He have to put up the rest. 180 take away 104. This should be very basic. These are things you shouldn't be getting wrong. This is as basic as it will come. It won't come easier than this for this topic. We want the area of the triangle. So one thing I didn't get to show you, I would see it a little bit later when we're doing perimeter area volume. You have a formula sheet. I didn't get to include one. But in your formula sheets, and again you need this for CXC, you have a list of formulas. So this is what it will look like on the reverse of the first side of the page. You have a lot of perimeter area volume formulas, which we'll use when we're using perimeter area and volume. And that's why perimeter area volume will be one of the topics that I expect you to try, because they're giving you the formulas. The next formula will be trig ratio formulas there. Right? Sine rule, cosine rule is what we still have to do. But look, there are formulas for area of the triangle. Right? So the basic one is half base by height. That's when they give you everything. But if they don't give you the height, they have this one here, which is a very key and crucial formula for trigonometry and geometry questions. So that's the formula we're going to use. So the area of the triangle is a half AB sine C. What does this mean though? Well, C is always the angle. So in this question, we could pick the sides that we have, because remember we need sides. So we have these two sides and the angle must fall in the middle of the two sides. So in this question, this is going to be the middle here. So we have a half, the two sides are 12.5, 12.5. Why is both of them 12.5? Because it's isosceles and opposite sides have the equal length and opposite angles equal. That's why it's an isosceles triangle. And the angle that falls in between those two sides is the 76. A half times 12.5 times 12.5. With my calculator to work this out. And you'll get your answer. Right, so again, sine 76. That's what sine 76 equals to, times 12.5 times 12.5. And a half means divide by 2. And we'll give the answer to 1 decimal place. 0.8, the next number is 0. So I don't need to increase. And it's cm, so area will be cm squared. So just to show you what one would have looked like with this as well.